Coco Gauff's ex-coach shocked as Sinner ties Roger Federer's epic 21-year-old record at ATP Finals. When Jannik Sinner stepped onto the glittering stage of the 2025 ATP Finals in Turin, the arena lights caught the icy calm in his eyes. Calm that could only belong to a man chasing history. But no one, not even his closest supporters, expected him to walk off the court having tied Roger Federer's iconic 21-year-old record, a milestone believed to be impossible in the era of heavier rackets, athletic monsters, and relentless tour schedules. Yet, what made the moment even more astonishing wasn't the record itself. It was who reacted first. Coco Gauff's former coach, the brilliant but notoriously stubborn Marcus Hale, who rarely comments publicly about the women's game, much less the men's, broke his silence with a reaction that stunned the tennis world. And the story of why begins long before the finals ever started. A coach known for silence finally speaks. Marcus Hale isn't your typical coach. He avoids headlines the way other coaches avoid unforced errors. During his 18 months working with Coco Gauff, he was known for two things: his uncompromising belief in aggressive baseline tennis, his allergy to interviews, cameras, and microphones. But the moment news broke that Sinner was on the brink of equaling Federer's legendary record, one many consider the greatest achievement of Federer's early career, Marcus Hale sent a message to a journalist friend that quickly leaked. This should not be possible. Not in this era. What Sinner is doing is rewriting what is human. The tennis world froze. Marcus Hale had spoken, and he wasn't done. After Sinner sealed the record with a victory, so clean it looked computer precise, Hale delivered a statement that sent shockwaves through both the ATP and WTA communities. This is the first time since Federer that I've seen someone make tennis look inevitable, a moment 2 decades in the making. To understand the magnitude of Sinner's achievement, you need context. 21 years earlier, in 2004, a young Roger Federer arrived at the Tennis Masters Cup, what would become today's ATP Finals. He didn't just win. He dominated, redefining the geometry of tennis with angles and grace the sport had never seen. His record of 5 straight undefeated indoor finals runs was considered untouchable. Players today are too strong, too fast, too brutal. They bludgeon the ball, they punish the body, and they wear each other down. No one was supposed to glide to the ATP's most elite event the way Federer once did. No one until Jannik Sinner. With breathtaking balance and ruthless precision, Sinner didn't just win. He controlled every second of every match. His movement, effortless. His timing, surgical. His temperament, monumental. And in Turin, in front of his home crowd, he became the first player since Federer to match the Maestro's flawless finals campaign. The Coco Gauff connection. But why was Coco Gauff's former coach so deeply and publicly shaken? Because Marcus Hale had been in Turin, not to watch Sinner, but to evaluate Italian coaches and potential training opportunities for Gauff, who had recently begun experimenting with hybrid training models focusing on mental resilience and court anticipation. Hale attended the finals as a consultant. He expected to observe fitness regimes, tactical precision, and the usual high-level tennis. He did not expect to witness something he believed ended with Federer. Sinner's court clarity reminded him of those rare moments in Gauff's early training, when she would see the court 2 shots ahead, when everything slowed down and she became untouchable. Hale later admitted privately, Coco had flashes of this, but Sinner, he lived in that zone for the entire match. For a coach who built a philosophy on creating predictive players, those who anticipate instead of reacting, Sinner's performance was the embodiment of tennis enlightenment. It rattled him. Inside Sinner's genius run, what Sinner accomplished was more than a winning streak. It was a reinvention of modern tennis. One, his return game became a weapon. Sinner returned serves with the precision of a chess grandmaster. He didn't try to overpower. He redirected. He absorbed pace and turned it into geometry. Even Federer himself commented during the broadcast that Sinner's return patterns were eerily familiar. 2, his footwork wasn't human. He glided instead of sprinting. He floated instead of scrambling. His balance was so perfect that he never looked off-center, even when hitting on the run. One analyst said, it's like gravity applies to him differently. 3, his composure never cracked. Down break point, down 30 to 40, crowd pressure rising. Sinner's heartbeat didn't seem to change. And this, more than anything, is what reminded Marcus Hale of a young Federer. As Hale said, champions rise, legends remain level. How the record affects Gauff's future. While the headline focused on Sinner, the subtext revealed something deeper. Marcus Hale's sudden reappearance in the media spotlight coincided with a pivotal moment in Coco Gauff's career. Sources close to her team say that Gauff is preparing a new 2025 training chapter, one aimed at transitioning from a reactive athletic player to a predictive strategic champion. Something closer to the Federer-Sinner archetype. Hale's reaction suggests that Gauff's camp is watching Sinner's progression very closely. And that raises the question, is Coco Gauff attempting her own version of the Sinner evolution? A transformation that turns brilliance into inevitability? According to one insider, Gauff is obsessed with reducing chaos. She wants her tennis to feel like destiny, not a fight. Sinner may have just given her the blueprint. Hale's full, unfiltered reaction. Later that evening, Hale gave a rare extended comment. It was raw, emotional, and startlingly transparent. I coached Coco for almost 2 years. I've seen her reach levels most players can only imagine. But what Sinner did tonight, it expands the ceiling for the entire sport. It means Coco's ceiling is higher too. Everyone's is. When asked why he looked visibly shaken, Hale replied, because the game has shifted. Tonight was the first step into a new era and will force everyone, including Coco, to evolve faster than we planned. The legacy of a night that changed everything. What happened in Turin wasn't just a match. It was a shift in expectation, in performance philosophy, in how players define dominance. Marcus Hale felt it. The fans felt it. Coco Gauff felt it. Even Federer felt it. Sinner tying the 21-year-old record didn't replace Federer's legacy. It expanded it. It proved that greatness evolves, adapts, reincarnates. And for Coco Gauff, watching from afar, it served as a clearer sign yet that tennis has entered a new chapter, one she must rise to meet. As Hale said in his final remark of the night, tonight wasn't about Sinner breaking a record. It was about showing what's possible. And once something becomes possible, it becomes inevitable. Final thoughts. A former WTA champion summed it up perfectly. Federer opened the door. Sinner walked through it. And now the entire next generation, including Coco Gauff, has no excuse but to push the sport even further. History was made in Turin. Tennis was transformed. And Coco Gauff's next chapter may very well be shaped by the shockwaves of Jannik Sinner's masterpiece. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.